Wait, we're back here? We're still in this house? We're in this building? When will
Never
we ever
leaving.
get out? Oh shit, you're here. Somewhere over here. I don't know where Seb and Henry are, but they're somewhere over here. I don't know what the hell.
Never leaving until we find out who killed.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
there's a bunch of murderers in the building.
Find out.
Couldn't
Roll
guess it,
credits.
folks. And we're out. Goodbye. See you later. Strolling away. Back. Yes, that's right, folks. On Only Murders discussed in this podcast, I now have a rolling chair that I can use whenever I feel like leaving for a pun now. We're getting a higher budget, folks. We're getting a higher budget. But yes, we are back.
We haven't worked on our pun budget though, so
No.
you're gonna get the low end puns.
You're gonna get Jimmy Fallon writing. So like the writing is gonna be really poor this episode.
We'll get better.
Really poor. But yes, we are back with episode 2 of Only Murders discussed on this podcast. We're being framed. Yes, we're on the episode Framed, if you couldn't guess. Now we will possibly be discussing things from. We actually will be. I did do the notes. We will be discussing details from season 1. So go catch up. Go watch season 2, episode 2, episode 1, all that shit. Then come back. Go. I'm hitting things now. Come back once you've watched the episode, and then you can join along with us while we discuss this episode.
Do yourself a favor, please.
Yes, please. Now, let me set the scene for y'all. We start the backstory. Bunny Folger. Back in the past. A narrator is telling us that her story, your story, anybody's story, starts in Arcornia. It was built in 1900 to help establish the Upper West Side by agriculture. I'm trying to use words. And the infamous playboy. Oh my, this is going to be a lot for me to handle today. Words are a lot, everyone. Words are a lot. Archibald. I don't know why I stressed out about saying it. See, I said it correctly how they said it in the show. Archibald Carter. He's the one who put the foundation for the building and the styles and all that, yada, yada, yada. But, we see Mr. He's a very interesting man, We see him leaving in that secret elevator from last episode. He's like, oh, shit. Got this elevator here. Let me go down there, spy on a woman. He's kind of peeking. Mm-hmm. Which I also want to call bullshit on because I'm like, how can he see anything through there? There's no hole. He's just kind of like, all right.
Yeah, he did like a small hole, but I don't know. He could.
I think I see a boobie. I don't know. I can't tell. How do I get in
how the
there?
woman doesn't hear that, loud elevator.
Yeah, there's a lot of plot holes involved in this. Like, how does she not hear? How did she not like take a wide guess? Did she never like get?
Because he has a plus 100 sneak.
There's so many plot holes. This woman never went in there to like kind of like go inspect the house. Look in there. Oh shit! What the fuck? But yeah, the elevator thing is like okay. It leaves more questions than answers than we get. But we know he's this like secretive like architect who kind of oddly resembles our boy Mr. Charles Savage a little bit. I don't know. He kind of looks like him a little bit. I feel like there's something there. I don't know.
That scene made me think twice about who's watching me now through the walls. Like, do I have a tenant watching me? Or
well, I will tell you, I've always felt that way when I'm in an Airbnb. I'm like, watching me in this bitch.
Right? Is there a secret elevator behind this wall?
Oh. See, these shows give us too much. Like we don't need to know everything. I don't want to know if somebody's watching me. I just want to pretend it. You don't need to know that. No, but the narrator goes on to tell us that each one of Archibald's buildings had little secrets. He's got these little secrets that only he knows. The little elevator, all the little things in the wall, the crevices. He's just like, all right, I'm sneaking around. This guy's a little weird, but whatever. Okay, I guess. But I guess we're to assume this woman that he's spying on, he married, because
Right?
In the next one, well, he's married all of a sudden, and he's raising Bunny and all that. You know. Apparently, Bunny's life has been always sad because she's lived at this place her whole life, apparently, which
Mhm.
begs more questions of where did she go to school? Did she go to school at all? Now I have a million questions that the show is not answering. Like, what is Bunny's? I want to know about Bunny's life. I don't
Yeah,
know if I
she's never
care
had.
about this guy.
She was alone for a
Yeah.
while, right? For like almost all her life. So that's.
Like, yeah. So, like, did she just stay there and like learn
Just
how the
gave up on
building
life.
operates?
She was like, you know what?
Yes.
I'm just gonna stay here. I have nothing else to
I
do.
could have done for a scene of, well, you see, Bunny, this is my building, so I'm gonna pass it down to you. It would have been funny just so they could do the stereotype of, you see, this is gonna be passed down to you for generations.
It's yours. Take the keys.
But you know, as always, those 1950s, they're coming up. You know, they spring on you. And now the Upper Side is a neighborhood of middle class and working people, place for immigrants, artists, even inspiring actors. As we see, it's who is it? The man with the child. No, I don't know. This is probably Charles and his father. What do you think about that? I don't know. Well, we kind of can guess from context clues that's probably who it is because the boy is helping his father with his lines, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, this is Shakespeare. Yes, father, you have it. You've nailed it down while practicing your lines. And this is something interesting to note for later. He's like, don't tell your mother about this. Well, why? Because she's a dream killer. Let's put a pin
Dream
on that
killer.
for later, okay?
It's like,
Pin on
What does
that
he
for
mean by
later.
dream killer, huh?
Daddy's out here sneaking around.
This is let's
killer.
examine that a little later in a later scene.
Different context.
But you know, his father is like, you see that building over there? You know, we know what it is. It's the building, Charles, and all the murders are happening. We know what it is as a viewer. He's like, you and me, we'll have this, you know, when I make it big. And you know, how can we shame a man for wanting to like better himself, better his life?
Of course.
Of course. Great message.
Aspiring actor, you know, we all have dreams.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very real.
Yeah, but Daddy's starting to check the time as if it's Alice in Wonderland. Like, would you look
It's
at
the
the
audition,
time?
man. It's late. He's late on the audition.
Whoa, we look at that.
Would you look
I'm
at the
late for.
time? It's fucking clock.
Yeah, I'm late for. I
See you
mean,
later, son.
uh,
wait out here.
yeah, audition.
Yeah, it'll be a
Copy.
long
Audition.
audition.
It's casting couch, right? Okay, I'll
Right?
be sitting there. Oh boy, we got jokes over here. We got jokes over here. But you know, we cut back. You know, they're just staring at that erotic painting. That erotic painting. Charles, Oliver, Mabel, they're all like, I can't believe my father was in a nude piece of art. And Oliver, he's more like fixated on like, you know, like I thought your father had more like broad shoulders, but you know, look at you, like, it's not the same. But Mabel is like, um, really? This is all you can care about? Really? You serious? No, but no. I mean, Oliver is really, really hell bent on this like fucking thing, dude. He's like, dude, your body shape is just not the same, dude. No. Oliver just doesn't believe it. Charles, he's like, no, that's the scar. That's the watch I have. It's him. It's my father. But what the fuck is he doing in the nude painting with a woman? Oh no, my eyes.
Of a woman that's not my mother.
Right?
Worse. It's not even his mother. Oh my God. It's even worse. It's like, huh? Is my father a model? Was my father a gigolo? Is he sleeping with Rose Cooper? Oh no, the horrors. What was my
Big
father doing all this
luggage.
time?
Big luggage, as Oliver coined it.
Oh, yes, the luggage.
Big luggage. Also, Charles observed. I'm like, don't look at your dad like that. Come on.
Like, Oliver, why are you paying attention to his package?
Right? It's like, don't look at your dad like that. That's not right.
No, it's not. But Oliver, he's pulling out that microphone. Highly esteemed and very horned artist. Oh, um, I'm sorry. Were we not talking about Rose Cooper? I'm sorry. I thought this was appropriate to bring this out. But Mabel, she's questioning Oliver, like, why are you so obsessed about the detailing? What the fuck, dude? Like, you're so super horny, bro. Like, come on, dude. Stop. You can't even solve this murder, but all you're just preoccupied with. Ugh, man.
Right.
Even Oliver's
Okay.
like, oh, I agree. We're the worst.
Disgusting.
Oliver's growing. He's like, yes, we're the worst. Yes. But Charles is like, well, my father did have a lot of secrets. I don't know. I don't even know why he wanted to be an actor. It didn't seem like he was too interested in it, you know?
Hmm.
Oh, wait. Is that a shadow? Or is that my dad's balls? Even on my second
Big,
time, I'm like, don't
big
make me
shadow.
So
question the
why you
show.
talking
The big shadow.
Like, I don't want to know. Don't tell me if it is or not.
It's a lot of detail.
But yes, Mr. Putnam is rushing to get that painting out of Charles's place so they don't look guilty. And I kid you not, like, they're doing the most Scooby-Doo shit ever. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's,
It's like,
but
how,
he's
how do y'all
before
not getting caught?
Right?
it's ridiculous though. He's like, I got to go to this Amy Schumer meeting as if like it's a big deal. Oh, yes, you guys have heard of Amy Schumer, right? She's a top tier comedian. Guys,
She only chokes to the clock.
that's right. Yes,
It's only
good
kidding.
foreshadowing there, Henry, for the audience, for the humor they'll hear later on. But Mabel, she's noticing that painting. It's called Savage. But Charles is like, wait, what? Savage? Of course he's freaking out. He's like, what the fuck is my name there in bold writing? What the fuck, dude? But Mabel's like, well, oh no, she did tell me something about that. What, 14? So sit your ass down for this. She also said Charles. Oh, the whore. That's what she told you before she died. Savage as well. But like, what does that mean? Well, it could mean that she was trying to tell you about the painting, or maybe something else. And Oliver just can't help himself.
Of course.
Well, I did, date this woman, this anchor named Savage. That that person, right? And Oliver just keeps going. He's digging a hole deeper. He's like, well, there once was this, breasts. That Mabel's like, all right, you're on pause. No more stories without permission now.
Yeah, right.
Like
stop.
clapping. Stop him, Mabel. No more stories, please. But Charles, he's just curious. What is the connection between the needle and the hand? Well, right now we don't know. There is no connection. But Oliver, he's like, well, they could just be framing us. Well, But why are they not framing me? I want to be a criminal too. I'm Oliver Putnam. He's so desperate. He wants validation. He's like, please notice me. I want
Right?
to be a killer.
Witness
I'm so
me.
important.
I'm starting to realize in the season 2, Oliver has a validation problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He has a major validation problem. He's like, yes, I want the world to know me. And it's not like, oh, a healthy version of validation. No, he wants the whole world to know who he is.
Yeah,
Even if
he's a
that
criminal.
means I might be a killer.
My name's out there.
Like, I thought, oh, this is going to be a one-off joke, right? In episode 1,
No.
right? No, we're just
Nope.
going to keep rolling with it. He wants this.
Yep.
Okay. But Mabel's like, okay, let's get rid of this right away. And this is where I got a little ahead of myself. This is where it happens, where they're like, Scooby, let's get out of here.
School.
Oh,
Let's get
Wait,
out of
they're
here.
gonna get me. They're gonna get us.
Jinkies.
Oh no. I mean, that's what they were straight up doing. Charles was like, I gotta get my sweater on. No, please. Nobody's home. So I'm like, how is nobody home if you're talking? But okay, all right.
He's like, oh crap.
That was the most like, oh my god, old timey humor I'd ever seen. But I'm like, okay, it's kind of got its charm to it. I'm
Yeah,
laughing.
it's funny.
It's
It
dumb,
says.
but I'm laughing. It's funny.
Yeah.
But who do they see when they open that door? It's Howard the Catman.
Best neighbor.
Catman.
Howard.
Catman.
Nosy.
Yeah, lovable Howard.
Oh yes, he's your lovable nosy neighbor who's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stand up for you guys, but just very nervous, but like well, I'd love to be part of the team too, like, hey, guys.
Are you gonna invite me in? It's like no.
Like, nope.
No.
He's like, well, I did listen to the previous podcast, and I knew it was your girlfriend by episode 8. So you didn't tell me? Oh, I wanted to know how it ended. Hmm? Sorry, what?
Is that like a meta humor? Is that part of the meta?
I feel like it, sort of.
Felt like it. If it was, I'll let it pass. I'll let it pass this time.
It was an okay joke.
Okay.
It
It's
was
not
like
too
how
on the nose.
people figure. It was kind of in the vein of how people like watch true crimes and they figure it out way ahead of time.
Like episode 8, was that when they revealed that Jan was the killer? Right? I don't know.
I don't know
Somewhere.
if every episode of the podcast correlates with the episode of what's going on. That's the thing.
That's right.
I could be wrong about that because
Or I guess what I meant, like episode 8 of the actual show, like is that when they revealed it was her?
that is a weird thing that I'm completely unsure
I
of.
don't know. Maybe
I'd
it's like
have
a
to
complete,
rewatch.
like super deep callback. I don't know.
Not
If it
now.
was a better humor, it's not that bad.
I'd have to actually check what episode. And now I got to go back.
Put the comments below if if you're wrong.
Comment below. Do you know when Jan was the killer?
Like, did you
Oh, wait.
know what episode?
You haven't seen the show yet. Well, what the hell are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here.
Like we already spoiled the
Yeah, exactly.
killer.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you already know who the killer is now. Tim Koto was killed by Jan.
Right?
Yeah, you just got it spoiled for you. That sucks
Like,
for
there's a
you.
new-
We
there's a new
warned you at the
killer.
beginning.
Oh,
But
Jan.
Howard, he's like, well, I like the new podcast. I love your theories, but if you find the painting, you find the killer. And Charles is like, what did you do? What'd you do, Oliver? I was about to say Howard as if he were in the podcast. Oliver, what'd you do? He's over there looking at him like, dude, come on. You gotta tell me these things. But Oliver just straight up jumps. He just loves it. He's like, oh yes, I'm glad that you love it. I'm glad that you love the podcast. And even Mabel, even Mabel's jumping in now. She's like, hey Howard, what's up? How you doing? Well, there's gonna be a small gathering for Bunny. And they're like, oh, that's nice. It's for everybody that loved her. Oliver just couldn't help himself. Well, that's gonna be a small gathering then, right?
Damn.
Oh, well, you guys should come.
Wow.
No, we would look guilty. Oh, really? Then the person who would look even more guilty would even more guiltier. Are you guilt tripping us into guilt coming? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, I am. So after Howard guilt trips them into guilt, so much guilt discussion here. Guilt. They're like, all right, we're going to be there. And Howard tried to get a fast one in there. So I have some suggestions. No, okay.
I was like, yeah, whatever.
See you at the party.
Slam.
Mabel was like, no, we should just go to the party, return the painting, and use it as cover. And they're like, yes, we can use that closet and get up the elevator, and it's whoop up, bam, we're gonna be back out. Holy shit, dude!
Yep.
Pretty easy.
But then we cut to theme because we always do. I forgot to say, yeah, we cut to theme. After they're all like, oh yes, that's the plan. Then we cut over after a nice little theme song,
Oh,
got our hands in the air.
the little cartoons are moving.
I expect the cartoon to just straight up be killing people in like season 4.
Blood splatter in the windows. Someone got killed.
Yes, but now we go to the party. Howard, he's saying hello to somebody. And it's Bunny's bird. He's like desperately trying to get this thing to say hello to him back. How sad is Howard's life? He can't even get an animal to talk to him. Man, Howard, oh, man, I hope he's doing all right. He should talk to the therapist in the building.
Oh,
Where's that guy been at? Like, where'd he go?
yeah, right.
There's a lot of characters missing this season so far. I'm like,
in that room with Oscar,
The void.
the void for all the actors who.
Was it the Phantom Zone?
The Phantom Zone.
The Phantom Zone.
The corner of Alconia that would see.
Like, okay, so we're gonna get the big name actors in here. Independent actors? What do you mean by that? Hell no. But Uma, she's like, oh great, the murderers are here, and they're like, oh Jesus Christ.
Well, Uma also has like some big issues, some anger issues. Her and Howard, they should definitely see a therapist.
I feel like Uma is a stereotype commentary archetype and like a New York character. I feel like there's some form of a joke here, but could be reaching on that. Could be reaching a little bit.
She might be from Jersey.
But also people do talk like that. I do know people in real life who just are assholes for no reason. So like it's not implausible that people would talk like this in real life. Like just be like, oh great, you piece of shit, you're here.
Right.
Wonderful. But Mabel's even like, all right. Which mind you, Mabel is in this like 3-piece suit. Like what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's dressed for the like party. She's like, all right, I'm bit looking spiffy here. I'm all ready to go.
Her outfit's
She has
never
a hot date later.
ever. Mm-hmm.
I love how she's always talking shit about her outfits, but I'm like, girl, are we looking at the same outfit whenever you talk shit about it?
I know.
She always
It's
looks
like
fantastic.
it's like
Come on.
Yeah, you always like looking fashionable. It's like, oh, it's just out of my aunt's closet. It's like, okay.
This is just old Louis Vuitton, that old shit.
just 1970s Gucci.
I expect her to say that next episode. Oh yes, this is a Gucci sweater. Yes, it's a 2-piece. But they're trying, but Uma, she's just not being nice. Even though Howard's like, hey, stop. I invited her. I invited them. Calm down. And then Uma's on to the next thing. She's like, God, this fucking bird. Oh my God, it's so annoying. But Oliver, look at him. He's just dropping off his dip. Ursula, she's just dropping off her tea to Oliver.
like you're being recorded.
Oh yes, not for the people out there. When I say tea, I don't mean physical tea. I mean like let me explain what tea means to the people, to the viewers that don't know what that means. I mean like she's dropping information, privately like this.
For the non-millennials out.
She's like, oh yes, those podcast girls, they came sniffing around for info. What info? I don't know, but they bought 10 boxes.
Got milk.
10 cases. She's kind of walking away like, you don't have to buy me off if you don't want me to tell. Just but the gang, they're all there. They're like, oh, I guess there's a new person who took Bunny's place already named Nina. Okay. She's like, oh yes, I'm the board president now. I'm here to take over. And she's like, oh yes, everything, I'm all good. Everything's gonna be great. I'm gonna be a
Better
great
than
president.
Bunny.
Basically, she said that without saying it. She's like, "Oh yes, I'm gonna be better than Bunny." And Howard is
Not pleased.
not happy. He's like, "Well,
Nope.
I can't talk about it here, but I'm still gonna talk shit anyways."
Mm-hmm.
She
Apparently, the
she's
bee's
so-
like a demon.
He's like, "Oh well, I can't say much, but she's kind of a bitch."
Mm-hmm.
And then he just straight up at Bunny's thing. He's like, "Bunny, she was a bitch." Almost like got her like hearing like fucking glass to the door, like Bunny was not a bitch. She got nobody. And I'm like, why are you being so defensive of Bunny? What did Bunny do for you?
Right, she had no kids. She was not married.
I'm like, okay, so like question. If that's true, why the fuck do you care when she's not here to hear you say this?
Right? I
Just
guess she
saying.
really liked her.
Very confusing.
know.
Maybe we'll
Maybe.
learn about this next episode. It doesn't seem that way from something we learned in a little bit to me, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see about that.
Apparently, Mina's worse. Like, if you think Bunny's a bitch, oh my god.
Like, really? So far, Nana's here.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be putting on a front, like, oh yes, everything's gonna be
She
great.
learned it from somewhere.
It's gonna be happy. It's gonna be great. But Charles suggests, well, the killer may not have the painting. You know? I don't know about that. Ursula's like, well, are you sure about that? But before anybody, everybody's arguing, by the way. They're like, boom, walks in a woman like, are y'all talking about my painting? Huh? I expected her to have a fucking cowboy hat on and then.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy, you talking about my fighting partner? I love doing that. Any excuse to do that. Charles, he's like, well, who the hell are you? Well, I'm Leanne Folger. I'm Bunny's mother. Oh shit. So
Plot
you mean somebody birthed that? Oh no, we thought she was a demon. But yes, she's like, so where the fuck is my painting? Oliver's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, but I guess you can take your seat as Big Bunny. She's like, oh, well, you know what? I knew Rose Cooper, but are y'all talking about my painting? Because I hear you mentioning this, but Bunny, Bunny, she brought it along with her, you know. Bunny's mom, she's got that piece of paper like, I own it, and Uma's like, oh, okay, I guess it's accurate. She doesn't question it. She's like, okay. Well, I am partly blind though, so you're gonna have to read it. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Which she could have just lied and been like, It's not it. No, this is me.
She has no claim.
But she has more other things to be focused on. Bunny's mom. She's like, all right, who killed my daughter? Somebody tell me. Well, look at those. Uma's just snitching right away. Like,
Yeah, like ask them.
Like them.
ask
Okay.
them. They did. No, we were framed. We were framed. And this is a very interesting scene because she walks up to them, starts sniffing them one by one.
Doesn't pass the step test.
And then I was a little confused about this scene, but okay, she is partially blind. So I guess to some degree she could see that, like, Mabel's a woman. I was like, I had to rewatch it because I'm like, okay, she's only partly blind, so of course she could tell, like, Mabel's a woman. So she's like, oh no, you dear, like, oh, you poor thing. And after the smell test, as we like to say, she's like, nah, they didn't do it,
They're innocent.
but they know something.
Using my
I'm like, what
powers.
kind of sniffing powers does this old woman have? What kind of subplot bullshit is this?
Right?
All right. But can somebody get me a kakakini, coconut kini? Please, please, please. So Howard, this is the most funniest thing he does. Well, I was gonna get my yodel shop group to come and sing, but Uma said that wasn't appropriate. You know what that is, right? It's a barbershop quartet where you yodel, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Like, what was it supposed to be like? Ba 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 bunny's dead. No, they would have been like, although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. Just singing the Boys to Men.
Could have been appropriate.
I would have left if they went all the way, but I'm sure the writers were like, all right, we're not getting any emails.
No.
We're not
We're
doing
not paying
this.
for that.
We're not doing that.
It'll be a long segment.
We got Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez. That's the budget right there for this season. We're not. Oh, Amy Schumer. That's the rest of the budget. Okay. All right.
That's it.
It's like, oh. What are you holding, Howard? What are you holding there? Oh, it's what you asked for, right? The coconut kini or whatever. What the fuck is it though? Oh, I found some chocolate syrup in Bunny's fridge. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That looks like something out of a canal water. I don't think so. You're not feeding that to me.
Yeah, it looked bad. I'm like, oh, like she's gonna drink that? It looks
Like,
awful.
yeah, it don't look very good when you look
No,
at
it
it.
did look like sewage water. Damn.
Man, Howard, what did you do? Just give her vodka at that point. Come on, man. All right, put some chocolate in there, which is probably expired. That's why it looks like shit.
Yeah, right.
One, two, three, 4, 5. Here's the chocolatini. He was proud of it too. He was like, "Here you go."
That was it. I mean,
Just
I never
like,
done this before. This is
no,
great.
get that away from me. That
You
is
could
not.
see it in
No.
his face. He's losing like his happiness. He's like,
He's like, God damn.
It's like, but I followed your instructions. It's like, no.
he's like, yeah,
No.
I made you a drink, didn't I?
Like,
Listen,
someone else
I'm
would've
blind,
died.
but not that blind. Damn it.
Yeah, it's
No.
like this. The drink I want is supposed to have coconut in it, not chocolate.
Right.
But Oliver, he's certain that Bunny's mom. He's certain. But Charles is like, well, painting is hers, I guess. And he's like, she also knew Rose Cooper, maybe. I don't know. And even my father. Oh, dearest father. He's getting lost in that. He's like, father. Now we're learning a little bit about Charles. He's like, Maybe I have daddy issues.
Yeah.
You know. At first, we learned in the first
Yeah.
episode, oh, I hate my father. It's gonna be deeper than that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You were fibbing a
Yeah.
little bit, weren't you? It's not so simple, is it?
Gotta pull back the layers like onion.
Ogres have onions. Everybody who's a Shrek fan just got mad at me for that terrible Shrek impersonation. But Oliver, he's like, well, I don't know. Whoever it is could kill for that painting. Charles and Mabel are like, "Ooh." Well, I mean, it happened in Sopranos. Maybe she killed
Right.
her. I don't know. I'm like, look at you over here watching a good HBO show. Don't support HBO Max right now. Sorry, I don't want the heads of Discovery to hear that, or otherwise they're gonna cancel this podcast. Sorry, subscribe to HBO Max to watch The Sopranos. Don't actually do it. Do not.
It'll be fine. It's not like it's not animated and it doesn't have a
Right.
lot of people of color in it, so it's fine. It's
Yeah, it
fine.
should be fine.
Fine.
I mean, Mike Epps was in that one episode, right? That was it, right? Okay.
Well,
No,
it's only
Hulu
one
protects.
episode.
You know. Oh wait, he was just a side character and he was a stereotype. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fun. Moving on from our Soprano slander, even though I do quite enjoy that show, there are things that we can criticize, but we shall not do that. But Mabel, she asks Oliver, so do you think that woman, over there stabbed her 8 times as she's, ah! She just wants the cheese, but she can't cut it.
She could be acting though. Yes, maybe that's part of her.
Oliver's
part of
like,
the sketch.
all right, well, we're just gonna put a pin in that one. That's possible.
Oh, I wouldn't trust her too much.
But Oliver's like, well, we'll text you when we get downstairs, okay? All right, you got this, right? All right, see you later. But as Charles, is about to walk, Charles is like, hey, who else is cool? Anybody fucking else?
Right. Everybody's cooler than me, obviously.
Like even Oliver is like, mm-hmm. Like, damn, you ain't gotta do a boy like that. Yeah, why'd you gotta do Charles like that, dude? Come on, Oliver. But Oliver and Mabel, they're, oh god, this painting is heavier than it looks. Holy shit. They're trying to get to the drop off location. Even Mabel's like, so how is this cart gonna be sneaky? Well, you see, Lester told me that the good cart was being used, so I grabbed a broken one. Which, oh boy, wait for this comedy gold. Lester's like, all right, I'm here to save the day. I got a nice cart. Let's put your shit on there. No, back away. No. Well, at least let me push the cart. It's my job. No,
Back off.
no, you have
Yeah.
no place here. I'm like, damn,
Damn.
dude.
Right. Lester's like, what the fuck?
Oh
How much is acting there? He's like, you have no place here. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll say, sir, mister. No.
That was more in short, just telling the actor like, you just get out of set. You're not coming back. You have no place here.
I mean, Lester was like, damn, dude. That's not what they told me he was going to say.
I only have
That's
one job and I can't do
not what he said.
it.
And then after that, Martin Short's like, great, kid. Wait, you didn't mean it? No, I was acting. Oh, okay. All right.
Right.
Okay.
It was so convincing though.
I thought you were really mad at me. I'm Martin Short. I don't get mad at you. I roast Steve Martin on the daily. Come on.
Of course.
yeah.
Well, they do.
I guess. But Mabel, she gets a text from Alice. So are you gonna swing by the art studio sometime?
Slide in DMs.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Unless I'm in jail, which she's kind of like, haha, laugh to that.
She texted that so super fast, by the way.
Oh yeah, she was quick with it. Like
She was like, haha. I was like,
she was
whoa.
giddy, like it was a Tinder date.
You don't gotta pretend like jokes are funny.
Like, damn, dude.
Uh-huh.
Oliver's kind of like curious though. He's like, oh, who's got you smiling like that, huh?
Mhm.
And we finally get an answer to the grave
Yes,
old question.
they dropped it. Like, yes.
Is it
I was waiting for
Oscar?
this.
Eh? No, no, the trauma, brought us together, but after that, the calm before the after the storm, just wasn't meant to be. Oh, I know, at first it's all passion and sex and the heat of the moment. Once it all calms down,
Such a cop out.
I felt that way too. I was like, I mean, I
Yeah.
appreciate that they address it, but like,
Yeah.
poor
I,
writing. Come
yeah.
on, dude.
I understand he didn't have to be like end the season like that, but it was also just like this seems like a very trite reason for him not to be around. It's like, oh,
It
well,
feels
Right.
like they were kind of leaving the door open for like, oh, there's gonna be a season 3, maybe. Maybe Oscar
Right.
will come back.
mhm.
Yeah, let's keep their
And
love
he has
triangle
another,
going.
and he has
Eh?
another woman on his arm, and makes Mabel jealous. Mabel, she's like,
Wow, I
I
didn't
don't,
know we
I
were in Cobra
don't,
Kai season 2.
I don't like seeing you. I don't like seeing you happy. So
Right. But I don't know. I found it weird. Like, by the end of last season, they seemed to be pretty fine, and then out of nowhere, like, no,
yeah,
we're not
even his
anymore.
friends,
Like,
like
okay.
they were like stayed friends, and he was just like there to support her.
Uh,
Like that would be fine, but just for him to just be like
no,
they
he's
just like
completely gone.
don't
No,
interact
he's
at
like,
all.
no,
Just
no, I'm not. No, Oscar, I'm over Oscar.
yeah, that seems
Like,
so weird.
okay.
Because they were
That's
best
weird.
friends like as kids, so it's like why would they at least like not be friends?
Right?
Yeah,
Uh,
that was a little confusing in the writing.
I
I'm
mean, she
like,
did say that she's waiting for, like, the let's be friends text, but I guess she's in the middle of a breakup with him. I don't know. It was weird. It wasn't a completely bad explanation, but it's obviously like,
it was kind of just like, this feels like this is being made up on the fly, but whatever, I
yeah, it was
guess.
kind of reaching.
Especially
Like, uh,
especially since this is like what 2 days like chronologically like after.
oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's only
I
like
guess we could
a
argue that like, oh, we're implying that this generation moves faster, some bullshit. But
yeah,
that's not really an excuse when we're on like a top tier like show. Like, what the hell's going
yeah.
on here?
It's only been
Mm,
like 2 to 3 days since the incident, right? So
And they were
yeah.
fine, so
yeah, and
like,
he was going to go to the job interview. Everything's going great for them, and
Mm-hmm.
3 days later,
And
like,
then,
it's a little confusing because I'm like, that okay, like we've solved the case. He's
mhm.
gonna go off and do his own thing.
Yeah, they seem to be
Y'all
lovey-dovey together,
y'all ain't
so
gonna talk no more.
yeah.
that was
Okay.
weird. Yeah, yeah, they didn't
Well,
think
yeah,
that
I'd,
through.
I'd read into this. The actor was even like, well, whatever. I was happy to be on the show anyways. So
Yeah. I wonder what happened to him. Did he not want to come back, or
no, he
did
was
he
like,
didn't know?
they didn't offer me the role. So
Oh wow, really?
like,
They probably didn't know what to do with his character,
Yeah.
and they were
Even in
just
first
like,
season,
oh,
yeah, even in first season, it was kind of like Oscar's there. He's
he's
there.
not really doing anything. He's just kind
Nah,
of sorted to being, I'm the loving and caring friend boyfriend.
right?
See you
That's
later,
about
yeah.
it.
guys. I'm just supporting character because I
But
don't know what I'm doing here.
right, but Oscar has to come back at some point. Did Bunny wear his jacket though? How did that? What?
Yeah, I
The,
mean, he is wearing his hoodie, so like, couldn't he potentially be his person of interest?
right? He has to at least question like, wait, why is she wearing my jacket? Like, what is going on?
Mhm.
I don't know.
I love how that was never addressed in the first episode. Like, wow, he was wearing the tie-dye hoodie.
Right?
No, they
Yeah.
never addressed that.
Then he shot himself in the foot. I think they were expecting him to come back, but maybe later no, like,
Maybe they didn't offer him a lot of money, and he was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Mm.
I don't
Not
know.
doing
Yeah.
that. Because there's
odd.
nothing wrong with the actor. The actor was great.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Yeah, he was fine. Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
why. Very odd, but
Very odd, but just like we were telling a story, Oliver is like, well, I remember a time when me and Judy Dench, and Mabel's like, that didn't happen, did it? Oh, I
please
love
don't.
you.
Please don't.
It's the one that now she's starting to question these stories. Like that didn't happen, right? Well, I love you kids say the darnest things.
I love his reaction. It's like, you can read this so low. But, yeah, come on, you're full of shit. It's like, stop it.
But come back to that party. Uma's like, thank you for making the party all about yourself. Which I'm like, ow.
Almost the worst. She was so
Like,
bad.
damn. Like, you tell that person straight to that
Ooh.
person's face. She's like, Nina, you're a bitch. I'm like, damn. Ouch.
She should give him the bird at least.
Like, well, okay. All right. Charles, he finally is like, hello there, ma'am. How are you doing? So, what do you know about Rose Cooper? Oh, she's like trying to figure out who he is first. Like, I know your voice from somewhere. Like, where do I know you from? Well, I'm Brazos son. Well, Brazos. Oh yeah. They had that at my assisted living home. It's great to have in the background while you're dying.
Right. It's like,
Ooh.
damn.
I almost thought she was doing a fourth wall break. She looked straight into the camera, said it. I'm like, ow.
Right.
Okay, you're getting a little too real there, Grandma. Wow, holy shit.
See where
Just like
Bunny gets
Bunny.
it from.
She's
Yeah.
like,
Yep. Just
mm-hmm.
like Bunny.
That's where Bunny gets it from. Mm-hmm. She's like, well, can you do the thing? Okay. This sends the investigation into a whole new direction. So, how did I do? That was terrible. Moving on.
Yeah. That was good.
Charles is like, we're on the what? Oh shit! You're on the elevator. Okay. Oliver. I did the thing from last. Oliver and Mabel. Just like I'm struggling to say his name. They were struggling with that painting. Oh gosh, no! Why did we do this? They're trying to get it there. They're trying to get there. Oh, they're like, oh shit, back up. Ursula's there. And then this is very interesting. Ursula, like, she's mad about, I don't know what she's mad about, but like she throws some kind of something in the fucking garbage. Some kind of folders.
She's
Now,
looking around too. She's like,
I'm thinking about this. This is a theory that I'm going
Hmm.
on. Either she's trying to hide something, or she made some kind of deal with the podcast ladies and left it there on purpose, the information.
So they can dig through the trash.
One or the
yeah,
other.
that might be
Hmm.
it. I think that might be it.
That's
Like
just
she
a
got a good
guess.
deal.
Yeah, I mean they bought up a whole bunch of gut milk, so
Like,
I wonder
no.
who are the podcast girls?
The podcast girls.
Who are they bringing? Yes, yeah.
Who are the podcast girls? Well, you'll find out in the next
Wait.
episode of the podcast.
Can't wait. Lila Pons.
I figured it
Lele
was Tina Fey
Pons.
Lily Pons.
Lele Pons.
She might be like, hey.
I don't know. If I wanted to watch an unfunny woman talk,
We already watched
well, I
it.
guess I already spoke too soon, didn't I? Whoops.
Oh,
Oops.
don't do Amy Schumer like that. She's
Oh,
she's playing
no.
totally different league. That'd be close.
Oh man. But Charles, he's getting very upset. He's like, "Come on, guys, come on." Oops. That door went.
Like Charles.
Chark, you gone. You closed. They're like, "What did you do?" Okay, go back up to the party, and everything will be okay. the party is done. I can't go back up. All right, so so they're like, they're just rushing. They like, I'll just put it here in the corner, and everything will be okay. We'll come back for it.
Sure, no one's gonna steal
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll just be exactly there,
it.
exactly snug as a bug in that exact location, in the middle between two garbage cans with a
Right.
piece of tarp over it.
Right.
Nobody's gonna get curious at all.
No.
What's that? No, not at all. No, no, no. But Charles, he's getting into that voice recording himself. He's like, they have no idea what happened to the painting. So now we go back to the motive. Who, what, did what? Who hates us? So we got Uma, Teddy, Theo, and Jan even there. Jan's even got a little special shout out of like people that may hate them. On the right, suspects. And he writes, me?
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Question mark?
So why would you
It's
do
like,
that?
like why? It's like you weren't there.
Yeah, I was like, why are you thinking yourself?
He's
I
like,
guess he meant like my dad has something to do with this.
like
Unless
me?
he,
Dad, did you do it?
unless he, unless he wrote it like as like oh, I'm being framed, so like I'm a suspect, so I can see like who like.
Yeah, so I was like, I guess I did it, even though I actually deny. I know I did not do anything.
Yeah,
But
I did
hey,
not. I did not. I did not.
I did not.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. I don't know why I just quoted that. Everybody's like, yes, the best Tommy Wiseau movie ever. The Room. No, not the right podcast. Sorry, folks. Yeah, but Charles, he pulls out that watch. He's looking at it like, yes, this is my father's watch. But before we can get him to ponder about what this watch is, he's like, Mabel. Ah, yes. Oh yeah, I'm in the art gallery from earlier.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Alice. Where are you? Oh hey, what's up? How you doing? I mean, looking like it's a photo shoot over there, mind you. She's
right?
got a proper lighting, camera fixtures set up. Like, what does she have planned over here? Am I gonna
Mhm.
die? What's happening over here? Like, what's going on, Alice? I don't know, man. I don't trust you, Alice. I don't trust you.
Me either.
But Mabel, she's like, ooh, it's glammed down in comparison. Wow. you know, Apparently, I like to cry in the corner, sometimes because I'm a fraud. I'm like, hmm?
Damn.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, it's a multi-purpose studio. So, you heard of Rose Cooper? Oh yeah, of course I've heard of Rose Cooper. That's she had the death, and she disappeared, all that stuff. That's not why you came to see me, is it? Oh no, I wanted to see you. Says it real fast, by the way. She's like, "Oh yeah, I
She's like,
came to
no,
see you.
no.
Wait,
Mhm.
no.
I came to see you. I saw you at the VMAs. I saw you with Megan Thee Stallion. I came to see you."
Mhm. Your little awkward swag. I just had to reply to your DM, and see what this art thing was about.
Right? Like, what did you want me to say?
Ah, yes, but Alice. Alice has, she's had an art block. She's been stuck in the past, struggling to move forward. Alice, she's like, oh, do you struggle to move forward? Do you struggle in the past to move forward? Of course you do. Everyone does.
Well,
I'm
of
like,
course, she does. What the hell?
Alice, what are you doing? Why are you getting all like, the fuck? Well, I wanted to show you this artwork because I know you're struggling all the time. Yeah, I am. What are you getting out here? Here's this piece of art. It's you. But it's beautiful. I know, because it's you.
Yeah.
Her eyes got big. Like, it's you. And she's like,
I hope you like it.
aha. So I look like a bunch of shapes.
Yeah. What the hell was that face? I'm like, huh?
I'm like,
What is
aha.
that? What is that supposed to be?
I love how she's like, oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's me now. I don't know how to feel about that now.
I like this shape in wood. What the hell was that?
Yeah, but she grabs that axe. Here, Mabel. I want you to destroy it. Girl, what? You want me to do what with this?
Yeah, I'm gonna want you to destroy it while I record. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
weird.
Right.
Yeah, that's when it
Like,
gets weird. It's like,
This for later.
but we cut to Charles. You know, he's gonna go get that. What do you think happens? He's gonna go get that painting. Wah wah wah. It's gone. Well, Oliver, he's up there having a meeting with Amy Schumer.
Right here we go.
Oliver, he's like, well, looks much different than when Sting had it. So, where's the tequila? I thought you were kidding. I only kids on the clock. I get paid to kid.
just in case you didn't know who
Can't wait to
she
wear
was.
that on a shirt. Wait. That's it. Wow.
Well, there would, I was like, okay with the first line, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it slide. You're having fun,
Sure.
but you had to do the Amy Schumer thing, didn't you?
Oh god.
I have a mildly entertaining, fun joke that can be just kind of okay. Let me run it into the ground like SNL. Let me run it into the ground. You heard me. I talk shit about SNL. We could do that next episode.
Yeah.
The SNL podcast. This week we talked about how Kenan Thompson's the only funny person on there. I said it, damn it. I said it.
I mean, we could talk about it on the podcast.
Ever since Pete left. But Oliver, he's like, well, I have some notes about the show. Like, I think it's gonna be a two-hander, which I'm like, what kind of Hollywood
Right?
mumbo jumbo is this? I had to Google it and I couldn't
Yeah,
find nothing.
I never heard of two-hander.
Like, what's a two-hander mean? Do you mean like two leading roles, maybe? Yeah, otherwise I'm confused.
Yeah.
But I guess
These are-
Timothy Chalamet.
Dude, that made me crack up. I was like, Jesus Christ, Timothy Chalamet as Oliver?
Timothy
Come on.
Chalamet is Oliver. I'm like, dude, yes. Oliver is asking the real questions. Why isn't Timothy Chalamet in the reboot of Only Murders in the Building?
Yes. I'm ready for the
Starring
adaptation.
Timothy Chalamet as Martin Sheen.
Wait, I need to see that today.
And apparently, I guess Oliver is going to whitewash this because Amy is gonna play Mabel.
That was
Like,
Amy's suggestion. It's like, no, I'm gonna be.
I'm like, aha, okay. And Charles, he's cut. So I'm like, after all you've been through,
Right.
all the things you've said to Charles, all the nice times.
This would be like the Queen movie, a lot of facts are wrong. Everything's just made up.
Listen, now that you brought it up, Rocket Man is a superior biopic, and you can't change my mind.
I do not disagree.
I'm
Do
just
not disagree. It's a much better movie.
saying. The fact, Elton John was petty when the Queen movie came out. He was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna put a true fantasy."
Right.
He said the tack that on there, fantasy.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, this might not be real, but hey.
No, like there's sprinkles of truth in there, but
Yeah. At least I
Read
said
Out
in the
Fun
beginning.
was my biopic. We're not going to
Okay.
tell you everything that happened.
Oh.
Trust me, I've read his book. You don't want to know everything that happened. They skimmed a lot of details, which I'm like, oof. I wouldn't have wanted to know that. Well, anyways, back to the discussion about Timothy Chalamet, and Mabel. Poor Charles, he's cut. This happens in Hollywood. But Amy's like, oh, so you think it should be a two-hander? It's gonna be a one-hander, which I'm like, do you all know what you're talking about? I don't know if you do or not, because you say you do, but your faces don't say the same thing. Oh, I want to sound like I'm educated, so I'm gonna be Jan. Uh-huh.
Which
So
is like,
Of course. It's like typical. Amy Schumer wants to, it's all about me.
I'm like, oh, so Amy's going with the angle of she's a white woman who is crazy about murder mystery podcasts. Okie dokie then. All right. Well,
It's complex. Give her that.
don't worry, Amy's like, oh, well, I was into some gritty stuff. I shit myself with on a moped and crashed through a plate of glass, which I'm like,
Yeah.
you almost had a joke here. The fact that apparently it wasn't a joke,
Yeah.
but you're just not good enough of an actress to sell this, unfortunately.
Even the joke itself is like, huh? Just a joke.
I think the joke is it's supposed to be shock humor,
Yeah.
but too bad she's just not good at selling the joke at all.
I was thinking, it's like,
Falls
is that
flat.
I was thinking, like, is that a joke about like her movies? Like, she does something like that in one of her movies? I'm not sure. But I was like,
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen an Amy Schumer movie since Trainwreck, so
right? I don't think she's done
sorry.
anything like that. It's like,
I never watched the show. I'm like, it looked mildly entertaining when I saw it, but like,
yeah, it's not a little bit.
I was more interested in the guest stars like Zach Braff and all that. Like,
Mhm.
I don't really care about you.
Want to see Inside Amy?
I'm like, at this point, I would rather watch Aquafina's show than watch Amy Schumer's show, and that's saying a lot.
Aquafina can be funny. She can be funny.
ooh,
Yeah,
ooh.
I mean, when she's not appropriating culture, sure.
that's true.
I don't know if she can do that in a comedy show.
I mean, she was trying her best in Shang-Chi. Like, all right.
Yeah.
So you guys want me to not use a New York accent? This takes place in San Francisco. No,
Come on,
I
come
can't
on,
do it. I can't do the thing.
Can't appropriate.
No.
come on, can't appropriate, come on.
I think that's enough for the night, folks. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all later. Back.
Oh, there's still more. There's still...
Roll out. No more. Oh my god. I've lost my place. Line. Where was I?
Hey, sure.
Amy
Okay.
Schumer. And she's Jan.
Oh yes. Thank you for my line. But yes, she's fixated on finding this kind of passion that'll ultimately destroy her. And Oliver, he's like, I mean, she was a bad cook and she could play the bassoon. Oh, Amy's like, well, really now? I have a bassoon right here. She has it on the ready for you to ask. Like, oh, you wanted to mention it. I'm gonna get meta here. I'm doing method acting now. I was about to say Gerard Butler. That's not who I'm trying to say. God, Jared Leto. That's what I was trying to say. I'm gonna go. I was expecting her to mention Jared Leto. Like, I'm going all Jared Leto for this role. You know, you could say I wasn't in the Suicide Squad.
I mean, her performance
But
was suicidal. Kind of awful.
Amy, you know. Oh, oops. But you know, Oliver, he's like, you sure? That's what you want to do? You want to play the bassoon?
Oh.
Yes, I want to play. You're not very good at it. With his eyes, he's like, you're not very good at it.
That sounds awful.
But now he's focused on the painting in the background. He's like, where'd you get that? Oh, I found it in the garbage. Uh-huh.
What the hell she doing in the garbage?
That's what I was like. I didn't even think about it until like
Yeah.
earlier. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
She was just like searching in the garbage like for stuff. Was she just throwing stuff
Rummaging
away
through
just
the garbage.
happened? Or was she like actually like going through the
Yeah,
garbage?
that doesn't explain it. Like, wait, she walked all the way down to the chute
Yeah.
in this obscure corner to go find it.
Yeah, 'cause she
Some-
said like she was like going through the garbage for like inspiration. I'm like, what?
It's like garbage art.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I mean, I guess if it can happen at Sims 3, it can happen anywhere. So,
Like, alright.
but Charles, he gets off that elevator to find, oh, it's Bunny's mother at the door. He's like, can I help you? Yeah, I was curious. You wanted to know about my painting, and you seem like the type of man to have the coconut liqueur in your cabinet. He's like, oh, really now? Maybe I am. Woo! But you know, we cut back to Amy over there on good old Oliver. Oh yeah, I found this painting in the dumpster. Uh-huh. Well, you know, it spoke to me because, you know, I want to have a sex scene with Charles, and I'm like, uh-huh. Okay, that's kind of weird. It reminds me so much of Brazos, you know? Amy is like, you know what? Well, Charles play himself because, hell yeah. Oliver does not like this question. He's like, all right.
No.
You know, I think you should just get rid of the painting. It's just not your vibe. What do you mean by that? Oh, you know, it just has bad energy. You know, you shouldn't have it. And he's immediately like trying to get rid of it. Like, let me have it.
Mhm.
Eh, get off that. Don't you dare touch it. But no,
It's my garbage art.
it's my garbage. Yeah, he's like, no, my garbage. She's like, no, my garbage art. But you know, we gotta go. We gotta go back to Alice over there. You know, she's getting her camera ready, putting it all on you know Mabel. Like, all right, let's get it all set up. Not even asking Mabel if she's consenting to this, by the way.
Yeah.
I just want to mention this, by the way.
She's
She's like,
just do
well,
it.
you know, most people, you know, they do therapy with like video, you know, they like, I mean, I guess, but
Mhm.
like, this is kind of a weird way to do therapy, I guess. I guess
Yeah.
hitting something can be therapeutic, but like,
Yeah.
I hate to get all serious on everybody on the podcast. Talk to a licensed therapist.
Mhm. Like I spent hours doing this piece of art just so you can destroy
Especially
So
one
you
in
could
their corner
destroy.
like okay.
who has
I'm
Venmo. He has Venmo. Go talk to him. But you know, Alice, she's like, well, you know, I think you're not the type who like gets shit, yeah, gets through shit with meditation, which I'm like, kind of a weird way to bring that up, but okay.
Yeah.
It feels like the writers were like, okay, so we have these characters who are in a certain generation. Meditation is that big new thing. How
Mhm.
can we use that as a big word? Okay, let's have this character named Alice mention it to Mabel, and then Mabel have no reaction to that at all. Selena Gomez is like, uh-huh, where are you
Okay.
going with this? but she's like, well, you need something more visceral. Mabel's like, huh. Well, I can give you the footage after, though. Like, and I'm like, ah, that doesn't make it sound any better.
Yeah, I was like, do I want to keep this bitch?
I mean, you still gonna have a copy of it.
Yeah.
It helps people if they rewatch the footage, which I'm like,
Okay.
Okay. It's kind of getting weirder, Alice, but okay.
Oh.
Like, wow. You can close. Come here. Come here. I want you to close your eyes and think about what you've been forced to carry and all the ways you've been misunderstood throughout the years. Which I'm like, are you on the clock? Are you my therapist now? But what are we doing here?
You know so much about me.
Mabel, she starts looking at Alice. Alice is like, okay, let's pop those safety glasses on you. Like, okay, I guess it's happening now. She's gonna do it, even though she didn't say yeah. Alice just leaves to give her some space. Like, all right, I'll see you later. Next scene. Mabel starts slowly. By the way, Billie Eilish is playing during this whole scene. By the way,
Yeah, this is a weird montage. They've never done this before.
Yeah,
It is not. Weird. The song does not flow well with everything that's going on. Like this.
I was getting flashbacks to Inhumans watching this.
I was like, oh god.
I was getting PTSD. I'm like, ooh. Even though, like, controversial opinion, I don't hate Inhumans. There's things I don't like about it though a lot, and that was one of the things. I'm like,
God,
why do we have like this weird montage?
Yeah, it doesn't fit the show because they've never done this before, and then like, oh, we're gonna put Billie Eilish in this montage, and like,
I'm fine with Billie
like
Eilish, but like, it's just not finished. Does not fit the
No,
scene at all.
it doesn't fit the tone of the show either. It's like this is not like where does this come from? This is odd.
Yeah,
me.
like all of a sudden, like
It's weird. It's really weird.
Just a signal that if you didn't recognize before that Alice and Mabel were gonna take out.
Right.
If you didn't notice the chemistry before, it's like,
hey guys, did you not notice that chemistry before? But yes,
action here.
Mabel's just like axe, hit, just smacking that thing a little bit, kind of like maybe the message is, I guess, like she's like trying to let go of things because, well, before we can even know what the fuck she's letting go of, this is where I think the scene doesn't work. We cut to Oliver and Amy. I was about to say Amy Adams. I'm like a better actress. Amy and Oliver are talking about the TV idea, and then we cut to Charles and making a drink. I'm like,
distracting. It's really distracting with this song.
what was the point of this? I don't understand what the point of that is.
It's like they're trying to connect everything. Like, oh, there's a connection to all these storylines right now. Like, what is this connection? What is that? What does all of this have to do with what Mabel's doing right now? Like, I don't.
I guess maybe in some way we could argue these things they're talking about involve the past, but that's reaching. I don't think that was the point.
Like, if the song was just in a montage of Mabel cutting the piece, all right, I would have been fine with that. But like, we're splicing with all the storylines at the same time. It's distracting with trying to hear them have dialogue with the song. I was like,
yeah, like
weird.
Like the part that happens next, where like she starts hitting it harder, and then like we see her like having. I'm assuming it's her like having like these thoughts about like Tim like bloody on the ground. If it was just her going through trauma, like having that, it might have worked a little bit better.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
but,
it was
like,
Mabel's scene. Like, why are you bringing the other characters?
Right, like why we couldn't do the other characters.
Yeah, it feels like the executives were like, okay, so we gotta have the other actors in the scene too. Are you sure that's not going to fit with the narrative? No, we got to include everybody in the scene. Okay.
Mhm.
Because literally the next scene is
Mhm.
Charles and Bunny's mom just, you know, just drinking, and she's like, "Oh, not bad," which I'm like, okay, all right, moving on. Not that like the directing is bad or anything; it's fine.
Yeah.
It looks visually cool while it's
Mhm.
happening,
Doesn't
and
fit.
Mabel, she's just like, ah!
Like,
She's just physically working through her trauma right now. She's like, "No, my friend Zoe, no."
Oscar.
Before we can even think about that, they're like, "Oh yes, so you wanted to know about my painting, Charles?" And then we just go back to Mabel, just hitting it again.
Mhm.
And then Amy and Oliver are talking about making deals with lawyers.
Oh yeah.
So if they just clear their names and they can work together, which I'm like, I already didn't let. This is already the weakest subplot of the whole episode already.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Schumer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I don't need more of it. Let's just move on. But Mabel, she's just like, psh, 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 destroying that thing at this point. Oh, but again, we cut to Oliver and Amy. They're like, oh well, we don't we're in the clear. We have nothing to do with it. Oh, good, because neither do I. Which I'm like, was that like okay? What was your point there, Amy? Okay, all right, moving on. Mabel, she's just going ham on that thing, just destroying it. But we see Bunny. She's going through all this trauma. But they just had to come back to Amy Schumer again, didn't like, well, find the killer, you can do business. So I'm like, okay, all right. Moving on. Mabel, she's destroyed that thing. She drops that axe. Alice is like, holy shit, I didn't know you were gonna do all that.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's metaphorically.
And she is very interested after that.
She is like, I am all about Mabel after that.
Mhm.
She even tries to make a joke like, I was kidding. You no, I'm kidding. Like, it was not metaphorical.
No.
Mabel's like, well, I feel better. I was like, oh my. Selena Gomez was a little eager
Right?
to kiss her on that one. I'm like,
Like
where's
I
this
didn't
coming
mind
from?
the kiss. I just thought it came out of nowhere. Like I would expect it more from Alice trying to kiss Mabel, but Mabel was just like they're trying to initiate the kiss. I'm like, what the fuck?
Going for it.
I mean, we could
Yeah.
argue that maybe Mabel wasn't conveying her feelings at first. She does like to close off her emotions sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
that's
just I don't know. It was weird, especially she just we were with Oscar like 3 days ago.
and suddenly
Fuck
now
it.
she's like,
Alexis.
all right. Which we could argue that technically Mabel is bisexual, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess. She didn't like necessarily say, oh, I don't want to be with Oscar. So,
But
well, yeah, actually, sort of.
yeah,
This is
I
weird
want
to
to be
think
with
about
Oscar.
now.
Like, I want Alice though.
She's like, oh yeah, I'm totally into this now. I'm like, I'm into Alice now. I'm like, uh-huh. And
Gonna
they're just,
mix. They're gonna make some modern art.
Mm.
oh really? Are they gonna make a splash?
Mm.
And I'll see myself out.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, I'll,
We don't know exactly what they did.
hey, we just know that they like made out, and that was kind of
That's
it,
it. That's about it.
Because apparently Alice is like, I don't even think it's acting. She's like, oh, so do I.
I know.
I mean, I wasn't actually expecting Selena Gomez to kiss me, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened? I didn't think this is actually gonna happen. Was this in the script? Oh my god,
He's like, fuck
that's
it.
invigorating. And I would tell Kara, how does it feel to live my dream? Thanks for stealing that. Anyways,
Campaign.
yes, that Selena, please. I'm begging. Please.
Put Andy in season
Hands and
3.
knees. Please. I'm
Even if there's
begging.
an extra role, just, we'll put him in the show.
Be like, so I'd like to be an extra in Only Murders in the Building. Why? You know why I'm here. You know why I'm here. No, you know why I'm here. I don't gotta say it. You know why I'm here. But Charles, he brings up that Bunny's painting, the Bunny's mom's painting. What about that artist? So you must have known Rose Cooper, right? Well, yeah. I met her. She was a desperate woman. She was desperate to get away. She didn't have any money, so I bought her painting. You know. But soon after that, she went missing. Soon after that, she was dead. So how'd she die? I don't know, dog. A history book? I don't fucking know.
That's the question.
He's like, I don't know. I don't know. But then we get, she just keeps getting deeper with this. Well, I don't know. But just like when all women, they disappear, it's convenient. Then all of a sudden, when women aren't there, that's when it's more valuable, which I'm like, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa.
actually loved her line. Like, hey,
Woo.
when women disappear, that's when they're like, they're recognized. I'm like, oh fuck.
I was like,
Damn.
are you sure you're in the correct show, ma'am?
Yeah, it's like she's not in the wrong though.
Are you
how
sure you
society
didn't
works.
watch NCIS and said, all right, this is gonna be an actual crime thriller?
Oh, that her line was deep, man.
But
Yeah, it
she's
was. It's like, well, yeah,
I was like, she's
a little
not
bit
completely
point,
wrong.
but
she's not wrong at all. I'm just like,
No,
am I
it
watching the
sucks.
comedy show still? Is this?
Yeah, it's like
I'm
it
not
sucks,
laughing. I'm actually getting emotional here. Actually,
damn,
like, what's happening? You're playing with my emotions every 5 minutes. Come on, dude.
Good, good.
But she's like, Charles. I don't know. Charles is more like, so did she live across the street in another building? Yeah, why? No reason. And then uh-oh. Charles gets lost in his head here as he gets into a flash. He gets so lost he's in a flashback. And remember what I said about the mother thing earlier. Just remember that's going to be important in a minute here. But yeah, his father, he's going into a building across the street from, the building he currently lives in now, Charles, his father, tells him to wait outside, like, oh, the Joe will watch you. Here's some money, Joe. Which I'm like, first of all, where does he get? There's so much I need to know about Charles's father. Like, where is he getting the money to pay this doorman to watch his kid?
Even the doorman's reaction was
who
funny. He was like,
knows?
"Oh
It's
God,
like,
oh
oh
savage."
yeah, that's that Josh guy. That's that guy
All
coming in
right, this
there.
savage guy, huh? What a kidder.
And I guess we have to assume that he's like, my dad's not fucking Rose, is she? Or is he? I
I
think
mean,
he is.
he forgot his lines. He's like, "Oh shit, right, I'm supposed
It's
to be an
like,
actor."
huh. I wonder if my mother's trying to kill another dream of my father's. Huh. Kind of weird that my dad doesn't even remember the lines all of a sudden.
Oh crap.
Now we can assume this is a different time, like a different, day than what we saw previously, because he's kind of slipping, in the lines and all that, and
I
even
figured it was the
Charles.
same. I figured it was the same day. I thought like once he finally got to the apartment, completely forgot his role as the actor, and he was like, "Oh shit, right? Yeah, I'm here for an audition, son. I'll be
Or
right back."
it could be the same day, or maybe the first flashback is him seeing it through a childhood lens,
Mhm.
and then the second one is reality setting. Oh yeah,
There's more
my father
clarity.
kind of
Do that.
sucked.
And it's like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right."
It's like,
It's like,
oh, I can see it now.
oh yeah, my father, he was fucking around, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, but she's like, hey, buddy, you all right? Um, and what the who's at the fucking door? Oh, it's Mabel at the door. Well, she found out about Rose Cooper and says, well, Oliver jumps to. Oliver's jumping in now. He's like, so Amy Schumer has Bunny's paint. I mean, before anything else can be said, we go to the next scene. She's already up there going to Amy Schumer's place. All right, now it's Amy Schumer. Calm down. Okay, let's not go too hasty. And bless Oliver's heart, he's trying to introduce everybody to Amy real quick. He's like,
Mhm.
well, Amy, these are my friends. Amy's like, hey, stud, how you doing?
Mhm. I'm like,
Like,
oh.
uh-huh. I have to be honest. This scene was mildly entertaining on her part. I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
like
she's actually acting.
yeah, I was enjoying it.
It
It's
was
funny.
it was it was it was funny, mainly because like the first time I didn't realize what she was doing until later. It's like, oh, she was actually acting like Jan, like that's why she was hitting him like
Exactly.
that. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I
That's
understand now. Like,
like that
okay,
makes
that's kind of funny. Like she's like
yeah.
committing to the role to like try to be Jan for like it
Mhm.
was.
She's
That was
that
very cool.
crazy that she's like, I am Jan.
I love how
And
like
yeah,
Mabel's like, hey, I'm Mabel. Like, yeah, whatever.
yeah, that's exactly how Jan would react. She's like, and they don't even know what the fuck is going on. Because Charles is like, okay.
Like, oh, okay. Thank
Like,
you.
thanks, I guess. Okay. But Oliver, he's like, well, there's the painting. Let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, there's the painting. It's the painting of, So, are you gonna give me Charles's number? It's like, oh, please. I don't think so. Not happening. Bunny's mom is like, oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There's that paint. Wait a second. That's not Charles. It's Charles's father. And wait, and Amy's like, what? That's not Charles. I don't want it. Get it out of here. That's
Mhm.
disgusting. I don't want that schlong in my face. Get it out of here. Because now we find out that painting is not the real painting that from earlier. It's not the actual. It's a fraud. It's a fake. It's a
Okay.
sham. But as everyone's exiting, Oliver's like, "You're not being serious, are you?" Oh no, I'm in character as Jan. Oh well, thank God. I thought you actually wanted to fuck him. No,
She's
she's like,
like,
no, thanks. I'm good on that.
oh. You still looked at him though, like,
Like, wait, are we actually getting acting from Amy Schumer? Is this actual comedic acting with gasp comedic timing? Oh my God.
Think they
Wow.
are.
What a big surprise episode too. I'm shocked you actually made her funny. And entertaining.
Dog.
All right. We'll stop the Amy Schumer hate. We'll stop the Amy Schumer hate. But Oliver suggests that they go over the ideas that they won't get them in prison. Let's do all that. They know that Bunny, she had the original, but like, why the fuck would she have a replica made? I don't know. Maybe the killer had a replica made and wanted to frame us. But before they can even figure out any more on this case, knocks at the door. There's a lot of knocks on the door. Who is it this time? It's Uma. He's like, ugh. So I took a closer look at the will. Looks like you get the bird. Oliver's quickly like, fuck no, I don't.
Yes, you do.
He's like,
Here you
yes,
go.
you do, buddy. You gonna respect the dead. You get it. Okay, fine. I guess I will. Well, I'm fucked, I guess. And Mabel's over there like, wow. Even in death, Bunny was giving you the bird. And I wish I was recording that. Like, I was. Wait, am I turning into you?
That was funny. I was like, damn, Mabel's becoming Oliver.
Dude,
Here.
oh, she was smiling about it. She was like, happy.
She's like,
Oh,
oh crap,
yeah. I said that.
I'm becoming Martin Short. Oh cross.
Which, like, I would like to be Martin Short when I'm that old, yeah.
I thought it was
Like,
funny.
like be a comedic theater award-winning, Tony Award-winning actor. Yeah, that sounds good.
No,
Yeah,
a
that
good
sounds
deal.
like a good deal. Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, Charles, he's out. Charles is doing a lot of reflecting. He's like, maybe I did have daddy issues. But before the
Think?
reflecting, he's like, okay. It pans over. By the way, it pans over to the other side of the street. Uh-oh, more reflecting.
Mhm.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Reality is setting even worse for Charles. Like, dude, his dad's been taken away in a cop car. Like, dude, what did
Bloody
he get
shirt.
through?
Oh yeah.
Like a bloody shirt on his
It's like,
collar. Like,
oh, we got another mystery. Like,
Like,
Yeah.
what did your dad do? Like, what did he do? Did he kill somebody? Did he get into a bar fight? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, what happened there?
Well, we'll never know, I guess, for now, because like
Yeah.
flashback is
I don't know
over.
how they're gonna figure out to murder people who are dead, unless his dad is not dead. Charles is
Dun,
alive.
dun, dun. Maybe next episode.
The next episode, maybe
Yeah.
soon. I
oh
don't know.
I
no.
don't know. We come back to
So is this gonna?
Charles. No, I keep cutting everybody off like Oliver.
How I was gonna ask that. I wonder if this is gonna be the second mystery, like in the first season. How like the second mystery was like what happened with Tim Kono.
Mhm.
Not just like Tim
Mm,
Kono, but with what's her name? Who got thrown off the building the
Zoe.
first season?
Oh,
Zoe.
Zoe.
What happened to Zoe? And we find out that okay, it was with the sandwich guys, the deaf son.
The deli.
That's second. That's like the secondary like mystery. So I'm wondering if like this, what happened with his father, and possibly
Mm.
the artist, like she just disappeared or she died, but we don't know how. I'm
Mhm.
wondering like
I
how all
think
that's gonna
so.
play out. Like that's gonna be the mystery, and
Yeah.
it's historical, just like the other one. It was
Is it
like
like connected
the
to?
past mystery, then you have like a current.
Yeah, like it's
Mhm.
probably connected to Bunny, which actually I think this mystery is more interesting to me than last season. I think because this is more like personal to Charles. It's personal to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we're
They make
getting more
Bunny
character
interesting,
development.
which I
So
didn't think was gonna happen. Like, wow, Bunny's life is interesting. Like, what's going on with her?
I feel like
Yeah.
they're hiding details now for like season one that were there always. Kind of
Mhm.
feels like it a little bit.
Yeah, we
They
just
probably
didn't know.
hid stuff in there that like now they're like, okay, so it's gonna be like a true crime podcast. Go and figure it out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there you go.
It's stuff like Charles' dad. Who was he really?
Yeah, they with the dad thing, I was like, no, there's gonna be more in this in season 2.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not so simple. I know it's not. Like
There'll be more
he's
fun.
hiding something because of the way that he addresses his dad so simply and like closes off about it in season 1. I'm like, I feel like they're gonna have to talk about the elephant in the room of like, what the fuck happened with his dad, because it can't be
Yeah.
that so simple. There's no way.
Yeah, especially
Nah.
when like Lenore asked him like, what happened to your dad? He kind of answered it kind of cold or kind of shorthand, like, he died, whatever.
Obviously, it was bad, but like,
Yeah,
I kind
but
of need to know.
I could tell he was hiding something. It was like, oh, he was a drunk. He was in jail. He died. That's it. I think
And
there's more.
that might be his version of the truth that he wants to tell, but
There's more, and he knows.
but Charles, he's no longer in the past. He's in the present. Like, oh shit, Mrs. Folger. Like, kid, no, I'm tired. I've had my alcohol. I need to go home. I'm no good at this time of day. Oh, but I wanted to ask you about the painting. Okay, what do you want? Well, is that my father in it? Yeah, it is. What do you want? Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this shit out. Well, me and your father, we had an affair. Wait. I'm
Whoa,
sorry.
what?
You and my father had an affair, and Rose Cooper? Was that not clear, kid? Keep up, man. Keep up.
Jeez.
My God, damn.
Like, she got all snippy on him. Like, keep up. Come on.
Mr. Savage.
But it is what it is.
Oh,
And she's like, "Oh, what happened to your father?" Well, as you said, Seb, he drank, he went to jail, all that stuff. Oh well. Charles, he'll be looking for she's like, I know you're gonna be looking for answers. You're gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. But our little narrator comes back in like, well, it's strange how things are, when you look back, it's history. You cherished it back then and it's haunted now. But maybe it was always haunted, and maybe you just couldn't see it till you were close enough to being a ghost. Which I'm like,
Yeah.
what show is this?
It's like a noir show.
Yeah, did we enter a noir show? I really think we did.
It's like, what is going on? AMC presents.
But Charles, he comes up. He's like, oh my God, my mind has been blown by Leonore Folger. Do I want to know, bro? Like, do I want to know about this? She and my dad were having an affair in Rose Cooper. Oh my God. My dad was getting around so much. Oh no. So I could be Bunny's brother? Ugh. They're both like, ugh. I don't think so on that one. But Charles, he's unsure, what. He's like, what the hell's this bird doing in here? Well, I don't know, but I've been trying to get rid of it. Maybe I can give it to a children's hospital or something. I don't think that thing should be around children.
No.
But the bird's like, hey, come here. Yeah, you two, you three idiots. Come here. I know who did it. End credits.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Like, wait, the bird knows who did it?
I
What?
hope they don't start the next episode with like a fake out. Like, nope, I don't know shit. I was just kidding around.
You know what would be gold? If they gave the bird a backstory.
Right? Oh, that'll probably be the intro for the next episode.
The next episode.
The birds.
It's just a bird narrator.
This bird has seen everything from.
That would be too silly.
Oh no.
Be like,
I wouldn't be surprised if like they started the episode with like his perspective of whatever Bunny's been doing, from him in the cage or whatever, and
ooh,
like
okay.
some insight into like
See,
Yeah, we
now we're
shall
talking.
see.
I don't know.
But
Cause Bunny,
what
a lot of
the
stuff for Bunny.
what
dude.
the name of the next episode is, and
Mm.
it's gonna
Who
be
knows?
interesting.
Who knows?
Mhm.
Y'all have to come back next week to find out
Yeah,
what happens.
I have no idea.
Mm,
I
Like,
don't
I
know.
love how this episode was filled with like so many mysteries and like so many twists and turns. I'm like, what is this? A lot of stuff to keep up with now. Not that it's a bad thing, but I'm like,
Oh
at
no, yeah,
the edge of my seat. I'm like, God damn, there's a lot. Stuff to figure out.
it's a good thing, you know.
yeah,
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's definitely a stronger episode than the
Oh, definitely.
first one.
yeah, the writing was clearly a little bit better here.
Oh
Because
yeah.
like the first episode, they kind of played with the idea of meta here. Like
Mhm.
there's like one line at the beginning where like Martin Short's like, you can tell we're in season 2.
Oh yeah. I groaned.
Mm.
I was like,
On.
okay, all right, you had to get the obligatory meta line out of the way. I see.
Like, where you going? I'm glad that was like the last one, like major meta joke. I'm like, all right, glad. I'm glad. I hope it doesn't come
Well,
back.
except during the Amy and Oliver meeting, I left
Oh
it out
yeah.
that they were like, so have you had or any thought about our 8 to like blah 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 episode? I'm like,
Yeah.
is
But
this
at
gonna
least
be
it was
every
like,
time?
yeah, at least it wasn't like super like direct. It was unlike the Martin Short's joke. I was like, God damn, come on. But I thought this episode was just stronger because it had that balance of like, we had some serious stuff and we got that comedy, but we also had that mystery. Because last episode I felt like the meta jokes were too much. And there was some silly stuff in here and there. I was like, what is this show? And I'm glad that we got back to basics for this episode. Now, hopefully it sticks with this tone, with like that seriousness, that joke.
Watch, Michael Rappaport's gonna be in the next episode.
I don't know. He was not in this episode, which it worked out.
I know Henry was
so-
happy. No Michael Rappaport.
Right.
We're
So
safe this episode.
maybe
We're
whenever
safe.
Michael shows up, it's an indicator of like this might not be a good idea. So it's like,
I feel like the writers were like, all right.
right.
So one person on the YouTube said we didn't like Michael Rappaport. Okay, we're done.
We're done.
So right,
he
get
might
him
have
out
to
of
come
here.
back. He might have to come back.
Instead, next season, Mike Tyson is the. Could you
Oh,
imagine Mike
God.
Tyson as a detective?
Oh no. I cannot see that. I cannot see that happening. But I don't know. It's like this episode's like, surprisingly, it's a great episode. Michael Liverpool was not in it. Interesting. Hopefully it doesn't come back next week. We'll see.
Mm.
Hey, well, I'll be back. I'll be
You
yawning
might
like
be back.
that. Like, all right.
I'm back. Fuck.
You've seen one Michael Rappaport performance. You've seen them all. I'm an angry New Yorker who just likes to curse. This is my character development.
Hot. It's not hot.
I want to say that I'm joking, but like everything besides like the Spike Lee movie he was in Bamboozled has been no range at all.
No.
I'm like, he had like one time when he was really good,
Mm-hmm.
and then, you know, he's kind of an
This
asshole.
might be his show. This might be the show for him.
I don't think so.
I don't.
I can't be
Well,
as
we'll-
nice as you. We'll see, but
We'll see if they keep him in a limited role. Might work out. It's very limited.
I'll just go watch the Tribe Called Quest documentary, so I don't have to hear him talk as much.
So, like, so
Yeah.
you guys like the episode, right? You guys
Yeah,
like the better?
yeah, I really like this one a lot. Besides my gripes with it,
Yeah. It was minor.
like I have
and
nitpicks, but that's as far as it goes. Nitpicks. Even
Yeah.
Amy Schumer's
Uh,
better.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way that both of you feel. Like it was an improvement from episode one, where I felt like that episode they didn't quite know exactly where they wanted to go, or like it was just one of those episodes where just to establish what they wanted to do, it just was going to be weaker compared to this one, where it was like a little more focused, a little less meta. It was just more balanced with what they were doing with some of the comedy and some of the twists, like you said. But it's like, okay, setting up some of the mystery. And we've seen some stuff. We're like, okay, I'm actually interested to see like how this plays out. Um, Yeah, I thought this was just a more enjoyable, like stronger episode.
Yeah.
Not to say the first episode was bad, but like this one was
No.
just like better.
Yeah, I was surprised like some of the seriousness that was in this episode. You know, like with Charles' past, his childhood, some of the other things.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh god, they're tackling some interesting, serious stuff and taking it seriously. It's not a
Yeah.
joke. So, okay.
I felt like once like the first episode came out and I saw that part at the beginning, I'm like, no, this is gonna come up later
Mhm.
because it feels like a revolving theme with Charles is how he has had trauma and he didn't want to have to deal with it, but
Mhm.
he's slowly having to unpack it because
Yeah.
now he's starting to talk to human beings and he's like, yeah, I gotta deal with this shit now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's
a
having his own
lot of
little
stuff.
therapy session in his head, right? Like, okay, I got to deal with this because I can't keep holding on to it. Like, I got to figure this shit out.
So that's a lot for him to deal with. So I'm really his story is really captivating me. I'm really.
And I mean, Steve Martin's doing a
Oh
great job.
no, he's doing really
Fantastic.
good. I even liked Cara Delevingne in this episode. It was she was only briefly in it, but I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I
She's
mean,
growing on me.
she's
She's
just kind
growing.
of she's not really a main character so far. She's
Yeah.
just kind of there to be
Mhm.
like, we're moving the plot along with Mabel to do this. So,
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
I feel like they're pushing towards having her become a bigger part.
Yeah, that's what I
Maybe
think it's doing.
Possibly, yeah.
I think Alice is playing her for I don't know what. We'll see.
it
I mean,
because it's kind of clear like, well, Mabel's the one who made the first move on
oh wait a minute. Now,
that.
now that I'm thinking about it, do you think Alice made the fake copy of Bunny's painting?
It
Or did
wouldn't be
she?
hard for her to do that.
Right?
Mhm.
Maybe Bunny hired her. Hey, can you make me a fake copy?
Yeah, bro, can you?
Just help me out.
Could be anything, right?
Could
Honestly, it could be anybody at this point, though. That's the
I don't
thing.
know.
Yeah.
It's
Could be
interesting,
Uma, could be
right? I think
Yeah.
Howard's fake. I don't think Howard has anything to do with
Howard.
it.
Howard's like,
Howard's like, I don't care.
Doesn't have it in them.
is this gonna be like the fucking trying to think of what that Will Ferrell movie is, Megamind arc where he's like, but I had the painting. I thought you'd love me if I had the painting.
I think like Howard nothing to do with it. I mean, now we have like the new president of the building. Like, what is her deal? I don't know.
I don't know, but they just kind of were like,
Mhm.
all right, she's
Apparently, she's
here.
horrible. She's horrible. But she looks so pleasant in that.
We
One
don't have
scene,
any explanation of how she's horrible, but she's horrible.
right? She's horrible. She's terrible. She's a terrible person.
I feel like most
I
people
don't
just
know.
say that about change, though. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
mostly they're like, oh man, we have a new president.
Right,
Ah, come on, man. F Joe Biden, dude. Come on.
right. So maybe she's like super blessed, or maybe she's actually terrible. I don't know. We'll
I
see
don't
what.
know. I mean, she's a good actress, so we'll see if they do
Mhm.
anything with her.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know, dude.
She's having a baby, so we'll see if that's coming to play.
Yeah, that was interestingly addressed because they just go like, all right, well, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's not going to address it. It's there.
It's
I'm like,
there.
okay,
It's
that's
like,
a very interesting way of addressing that.
yeah. So I don't know.
Which,
I'm just like, there's a lot of things in play right now, which is keeping me interested. I'm
yeah,
excited. Next
I'm
episode.
excited for episode 3. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Cannot wait.
Yeah. Excited too.
So, anyways, let's talk about She-Hulk for an hour. No. We're done here. So we've talked about the whole episode. We're done. No, we're not doing a tangent hour. We're not doing another 30 minutes.
No.
No, we've already gone too long. We're even longer than the goddamn episode at this point.
Yeah.
Seb, is there anywhere you're here on my screen? I don't know where the fuck you are
Yes.
on their screen, but
You
where
can
can they find you?
just find me on Instagram at Sebish with 4 I's, or on Facebook at Sebastian Sierra.
All right,
Henry
Henry.
does not want to be found.
Yeah, he'll just be there.
No.
He'll be
No, you
there.
can find me on the bottom floor of the Laconia. Just mind my business,
He's hiding Michael Rappaport in the corner. Like, stay there. You're grounded.
You're not coming out, David.
Think about what you did.
No coming into my show. No, stay
No.
there. And you can find me a plethora of places. You've already found Andrew Settle. You've already found the Andrew Settle podcast. Steadily Medley, Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming a game here recently soon called Stuntman Ignition. Check it out. It's Tuesdays 9 to 10. Check it out. Central Time, by the way, I believe Illinois time, just so you know. Anyways, that is all, folks. We will see y'all on the next episode of Only Murders Discussed on this podcast.